Welcome to the glorious art of pugilism, boys and girls. Today, we learn how to get in the ring in PUBG Mobile and start throwing hands. Left hand, boom boom, and the right. Never forget the right. The right, that's where you keep the baby maker. Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Today, I'm going to teach you how to play with pressure. I'm going to teach you how to play better under the pump than you've ever played before. I'm going to teach you how you can get to the end game and not feel any kind of weight upon your shoulders, because that's what we're here for. This is another community-oriented video. Lots of people have asked, you know, how can I deal with this stuff at the end of the game? Now, I did a video the other day telling you had to hot drop your ass off, and that will give you the motor skills to actually put the technical stuff into action and allow you to feel like you're always loosey-goosey. And that's very, very true. But for some of you, there is a certain mental element that needs to be worked through. And first of all, let's talk about what pressure is. Pressure is from you. Pressure is not an external thing. Pressure is something that you place upon yourself internally. It's your expectations. It's the things you believe you should be able to do and you want to do, and just the fear that you're not going to be able to get that across the line. So, I've got a concept for you. If you were just to accept that you had a job and you did that job and it just wasn't good enough, well then there's no pressure left on you, okay? My job right now is to clear that target, get off the roof, revive Deadboot, then push out so that the target that is coming in both could get killed and is going to look at me, who has hit points and armor. And I did that. But, you know, if you've ever listened to me on stream, you'll know I'm singing away to myself as I'm doing this, and I'm humming and I'm talking to people on the stream and I'm giggling, and I don't seem to often get really upset about it. And the reason is, I understand that often a lot of the reason you're failing is outside of your control. Like, there's a guy over there, I cleared a target that was pushing up into that thing. I didn't know there was someone there and he hit me. He could have hit me in the head, but he didn't. He, you know, didn't clear me, and so I'm back on board with the game, and my best possible outcome here is to revive Deadboot and then overlook him as this bloke pushes in on us. That's what I'm going to do. You know what else I can do? I've got the revive going. I'll give Deadboot a med kit. And then I'll prep up for the gunfight. Because what the hell else am I going to do? Panic about it? Really, really want to win? I mean, you can want to win all you want. It's not going to make any freaking difference. Like, if wishes were gold, then we'd all be, you know, fantastically wealthy. But we're not. You've got to get used to playing under the pump. And to do that, you have to accept that as long as you're doing the best, most likely to succeed outcome in your mind as you go forward, then forget about the rest of it. You're already doing your job. As long as you're doing your job, if you fail, then you just, you know, you got beat. The world is not 100% guaranteed. There are no fairy tales where everyone wins all the time. Accept that, and just, if you're knocked, your job is to get safe. You know, in a position where your partner can get you up, and then your job after that is to get in the circle, and that's it. Sit back and relax. There's nothing you can do to make that timer go any faster. You just got to watch it. Sing yourself a song. I find singing is something I do all the time in my life, and even though I sing off key and I'm not particularly valuable in the lead role of a Broadway musical, I'm relaxed. I sing because, you know, it takes my mind off things, and I just chill out, and you start dealing with what's in front of you. Like, there's a guy up there again. I mean, they're so passive in TPP, aren't they? That guy's so passive. But, you know, all I can do now is get a heal up. There's people shooting at us. He's trying to hit me behind the tree, and then when he can't get me, he starts thirsting up Dizzy. I know that I can't get Dizzy up without smoke, and I can't do anything about that. I just can't do anything about that. That's all there is. There's someone over there. All I can do now is make shots. So my job right now is to win the game. I'd like to win it right here. I don't want to go running in the circle in front of two people. Probably going to be behind that tree. Probably going to be behind the other tree. Let's see if they're there. Voila. We get the win. I was not freaking out during that. Like, I didn't go screaming and yelling and ranting and pumping my fists, because you get used to this. You start knowing what winning feels like, what being successful feels like. You start trusting that you can perform when the metal is meeting the road, because you've done it before. And you start trusting your decision making. I know there's someone over there third party peeking. He wants to come out and thirst boot, but I'm letting him know that I'm there. That's why I keep strafing out, so he can see me. So he knows if he pokes, he's going to get hit. And then I duck in here and get boot up, and whoa, I don't have any ammo left. So do it with an SLR. And I mean, I'm not saying I don't enjoy tapping people out with a DMR, but it would have been a lot easier if I had some 5.56. But my job was to clear those guys and overlook boot, and we got it done. Pressure is internal. That is you internalizing what you want to happen and hoping doesn't help, guys. The only person that can make it happen is you, and the only way you're going to make it happen is by just doing your job, doing the best you can. The other guy's going to try and do his job and clear you, and if that happens and he beats you every once in a while, you get to start again. You get to go back to the plane, drop again, and have a good time with your mates. There really are no consequences in most of these games. They're nearly always, the consequences are self-imposed. I'll give you a great analogy, and this is one that I find so true for anyone that's ever played the game of golf, and I know there's billions of people out there who have. I played a lot. I played for about 5 years all the time. Got down, I don't know, it was 10, something like that. I can't even remember what I finished my handicap on. But the point is, when I played well, it was when I didn't care. When I just had a process and I would just do the same thing every time, and I wouldn't worry about the result. I'd worry about the process. When I played badly, it was when I'm like, I'm a 15 handicapper, or I'm a 10 handicapper, or I'm a 9 handicapper, or I'm a 7 handicapper. That's what I am. And we think that our best performances are who we are. Like, our wins, our best rounds are what we are. That's what we're capable of. So that's what we should do all the time. But that's not how the world works. They're our best rounds. They're our high watermarks. They're our moments where we are performing our best and thinking our best, and we beat the other guy. But that's not how it works. That is not who you are. You are also your worst performances. You're also the times when you're hot drop and you die in the first 10 seconds without a weapon. Don't start thinking that you have to be the best all the time, or what you're going to end up doing is making a rod for your own back, and you're actually going to perform worse and worse and worse as you put more and more pressure on you. And that's why with things like golf, people stop enjoying the game and the game becomes hard work, because they feel like they're constantly underperforming, and they're not. They're just having highs, lows, swings, roundabouts, and having life happen to them in general. PUBG Mobile's like that. You can't just waltz out onto the battlefield and have 5 chicken dinners in a row all the time. I've had 20 chicken dinners in a row before. You know how often that's happened? Once. And it was a perfect confluence of events. I've also had 20 games in a row where I haven't had a chicken dinner. I am both those things at the same time, and I accept it. And if you come to accept that kind of play and come to accept it, that you are like that at the beginning and the end of a game, then you're going to have a lot more fun and you're going to feel a lot less pressure. Enjoy yourselves, look after yourselves, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield.